Sydney Kingsford ground. India Foxtrot Sierra Mike. Ready for pushback. India Foxtrot Sierra Mike. Pushback approved. Pushback approved. India Foxtrot Sierra Mike. Jetstar 1246. Request permission to cross runway 25. Jetstar 1246. Hold short of runway 25. Hold short of runway 25. Jetstar 1246. Sydney Kingsford ground. November 187 Alpha Sierra. Ready for pushback. Sydney Kingsford ground. November 1 Lima 5 Romeo 3 X-ray. Ready for pushback. November 187 Alpha Sierra. Pushback approved. Pushback approved. November 187 Alpha Sierra. November 1 Lima 5 Romeo 3 X-ray. Pushback approved. Pushback approved. November 1 Lima 5 Romeo 3 X-ray. Jetstar 1246. Cross runway 25. Crossing runway 25. Jetstar 1246. Sydney Kingsford ground. India Foxtrot Sierra Mike. Ready to taxi. India Foxtrot Sierra Mike. Taxi to runway 25. Contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 25. India Foxtrot Sierra Mike. Sydney Kingsford ground. November 1 Lima 5 Romeo 3 X-ray. Ready for pushback. Sydney Kingsford ground. November 1 Lima 5 Romeo 3 X-ray. Ready for pushback. November 1 Lima 5 Romeo 3 X-ray. Pushback approved. November 1 Lima 5 Romeo 3 X-ray. Correction. Stand by. November 1 Lima 5 Romeo 3 X-ray. Taxi to runway 25. Contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 25. November 1 Lima 5 Romeo 3 X-ray. Sydney Kingsford ground. Papa Oscar Sierra Alpha 006. Ready for pushback. Papa Oscar Sierra Alpha 006. Pushback approved. Pushback approved. Papa Oscar Sierra Alpha 006. Sydney Kingsford ground. November 187 Alpha Sierra. Ready to taxi. November 187 Alpha Sierra. Taxi to runway 25. Contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 25. November 187 Alpha Sierra. November 1 Lima 5 Romeo 3 X-ray. Cross runway 34 left. Thank you. Good day. Jetstar 1246. Crossing runway 34 left. November 1 Lima 5 Romeo 3 X-ray. Sydney Kingsford ground. November 316 Papa Juliet. Ready for pushback. November 316 Papa Juliet. Pushback approved. Pushback approved. November 316 Papa Juliet. Sydney Kingsford ground. Papa Oscar Sierra Alpha 006. Ready for pushback. India Foxtrot Sierra Mike. Request permission to cross runway 16 right. Papa Oscar Sierra Alpha 006. Pushback approved. Pushback approved. Papa Oscar Sierra Alpha 006. India Foxtrot Sierra Mike. Cross runway 34 left. Crossing runway 34 left. India Foxtrot Sierra Mike. Sydney Kingsford ground. November 316 Papa Juliet. Ready to taxi. November 316 Papa Juliet. Taxi to runway 25. Contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 25. November 316 Papa Juliet. Sydney Kingsford ground. Quebec Foxtrot 0098. Ready for pushback. Quebec Foxtrot 0098, pushback approved. Pushback approved. Quebec Foxtrot 0098. November 1 Lima 5 Romeo 3 X-Ray, request frequency change. Sydney Kingsford ground, Spirit 508, ready for pushback. November 1 Lima 5 Romeo 3 X-Ray, you were already instructed to change frequency. November 316 Papa Juliet, request permission to cross runway 16 right. I'm sorry, November 1 Lima 5 Romeo 3 X-Ray. November 187 Alpha Sierra, request permission to cross runway 34 left. November 316 Papa Juliet, cross runway 34 left. Crossing runway 34 left. November 316 Papa Juliet. Sydney Kingsford ground, Quebec Foxtrot 0098, ready to taxi to runway 34 left. Spirit 508, pushback approved. Sydney Kingsford ground, Qantas Link 224, ready for pushback. Pushback approved. Spirit 508. Qantas Link 224. Pushback approved. Sydney Kingsford ground. Qantas Link 1214. Ready for pushback. Pushback approved. Qantas Link 224. Quebec Foxtrot 0098. Taxi to runway 25. Contact tower when ready. Sydney Kingsford ground. Papa Oscar Sierra Alpha 006. Ready to taxi to runway 25. Golf Alpha Victor India Sierra, hold position. Holding position, Golf Alpha Victor India Sierra. Papa Oscar Sierra Alpha 006, taxi to runway 25, contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 25, Papa Oscar Sierra Alpha 006. Qantas Link 1214, pushback approved. Pushback approved, Qantas Link 1214. Sydney Kingsford ground. Qantas 10-4 Heavy, ready for pushback. Qantas 10-4 Heavy, pushback approved. Sydney Kingsford ground, Qantas Link 1214, ready to taxi. Qantas Link 1214, taxi to runway 25, contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 25, Qantas Link 1214. Sydney Kingsford ground, Emirates 380, request taxi to parking. Emirates 380. Taxi to parking. Taxiing to parking, Emirates 380. Sydney Kingsford Tower, India Foxtrot Sierra Mike, ready for takeoff at runway 25, departing straight out. India Foxtrot Sierra Mike, runway 25, cleared for immediate takeoff. Sydney Kingsford Tower, November Kilo is 16 nautical miles to the south at 3,100 feet, inbound for landing. Cleared for takeoff, runway 25, India Foxtrot Sierra Mike. Sydney Kingsford Tower, Papa Oscar Sierra Alpha 006, ready for takeoff at runway 25, departing straight out. November Kilo, enter straight in runway 34 left, number 3, traffic to follow is on final. Qantas 257, number 2, runway 34 left, clear to land. Enter straight in, runway 34 left, behind the traffic on final. November Kilo, number 2, clear to land, runway 34 left, Qantas 257. Sydney Kingsford Tower, November 1 Lima 5 Romeo 3 X-Ray, ready for takeoff at runway 25, remaining in the pattern. Sydney Kingsford Tower, Go Cat 61, inbound on the ILS, runway 34 right. Papa Oscar Sierra Alpha 006. Line up and wait runway 25. November 1 Lima 5 Romeo 3 X-ray. Hold short of runway 25. Holding short runway 25. November 1 Lima 5 Romeo 3 X-ray. November 1 Lima 5 Romeo 3 X-ray. Tower is not accepting pattern work at this time. Go Cat 61. Number 2. Runway 34 right. Clear to land. Number 2. Clear to land. Runway 34 right. Go Cat 61. Qantas Link 1214. Line up and wait runway 25. Line up and wait runway 25. Qantas Link 1214. India Foxtrot Sierra Mike. Contact Sydney approach on 124.4. Sydney approach. India Foxtrot Sierra Mike. With you. Jetstar 51. Turn left heading 270. Turn left heading 270. Jetstar 51. India Foxtrot Sierra Mike. Roger. Alpha November Zulu 351. Descend and maintain 4000. Descend and maintain 4000. Alpha November Zulu 351. Jetstar 51. Turn right heading 310. Descend and maintain 3000. Maintain 3000 until established on the localizer. Cleared aisles runway 34 right approach. Turn right heading 310. Descend and maintain 3000. Maintain 3000 until established on the localizer. Cleared aisles runway 34 right. Jetstar 51. Avianca 303. Request frequency change. Qantas Link 1214 is 1 nautical miles west of Sydney Kingsford at 700 feet. Requesting radar vectors to Canberra. November 325 Sierra Quebec Heavy. Descend and maintain 9000. Descend and maintain 9000. November 325 Sierra Quebec Heavy. Qantas Link 1214. Unable at this time. Proceed on course to Canberra. Roger. Qantas Link 1214. Avianca 303. Frequency change approved. Good day. Frequency change approved Avianca 303. Good day. November 1 Lima 5 Romeo 3 X-ray is 1 nautical miles west of Sydney Kingsford at 1000 feet. Flying VFR. Alpha November Zulu 351. Turn left heading 320. Descend and maintain 3000. November 1 Lima 5 Romeo 3 X-ray. Roger. Proceed on course. Turn left heading 320. Descend and maintain 3000. Alpha November Zulu 351. Proceed on course. November 1 Lima 5 Romeo 3 X-ray. Jetstar 51. Contact Sydney Kingsford Tower on 120.5. Sydney approach. November 1 Lima 5 Romeo 3 X-ray. With you. Contacting Sydney Kingsford Tower on 120.5. Jetstar 51. November 1 Lima 5 Romeo 3 X-ray. Roger. Sydney approach. November 1 Lima 5 Romeo 3 X-ray. With you. November 1 Lima 5 Romeo 3 X-ray. Roger. Alpha November Zulu 351. Turn left heading 310. Descend and maintain 3000. Maintain 3000 until established on the localizer. Cleared aisles runway 34 right approach. November 1 Lima 5 Romeo 3 X-ray is 5 nautical miles southeast of Bankstown at 4100 feet. Requesting aisles approach runway 34 right at Sydney Kingsford. Turn left heading 310. Descend and maintain 3000. Maintain 3000 until established on the localizer. Cleared aisles runway 34 right. Alpha November Zulu 351. November 1 Lima 5 Romeo 3 X-ray. Expect vectors for the aisles approach runway 34 right at Sydney Kingsford. Roger. November 1 Lima 5 Romeo 3 X-ray. November 1 Lima 5 Romeo 3 X-ray. Turn left heading 160. Descend and maintain 3000. Turn left heading 160. Descend and maintain 3000. November 1 Lima 5 Romeo 3 X-ray. Cathay 27. Turn left heading 330. Descend and maintain 6000. Turn left heading 330. Descend and maintain 6000. Cathay 27. November 325 Sierra Quebec Heavy. Descend and maintain 6000. Descend and maintain 6000. November 325 Sierra Quebec Heavy. Quebec Foxtrot 0098 is 3 nautical miles west of Sydney Kingsford at 1,400 feet. Requesting aisles approach runway 28 at Richmond, NSW. Alpha November Zulu 351. Turn right heading 310. Climb and maintain 3000. Maintain 3000 until established on the localizer. Cleared aisles runway 34 right approach. Turn right heading 310. Climb and maintain 3000. Maintain 3000 until established on the localizer. Cleared aisles runway 34 right. Alpha November Zulu 351. Quebec Foxtrot 0098. Unable to provide services to this airport at the moment. Proceed on course. Roger. Quebec Foxtrot 0098. November 1 Lima 5 Romeo 3 X-ray. Turn right heading 160. Turn right heading 160. November 1 Lima 5 Romeo 3 X-ray. Alpha November Zulu 351. Contact Sydney Kingsford Tower on 120.5. November 1 Lima 5 Romeo 3 X-ray. Please follow instructions. November 1 Lima 5 Romeo 3 X-ray. Turn right heading 160. Sydney approach. November 316 Papa Juliet. With you. Turn right heading 160. November 1 Lima 5 Romeo 3 X-ray. November 316 Papa Juliet. Roger. Cathay 27. Descend and maintain 4000. Descend and maintain 4000. Cathay 27. I'm sorry. November 1 Lima 5 Romeo 3 X-ray. Cathay 27. Turn left heading 280. Turn left heading 280. Cathay 27. November 325 Sierra Quebec Heavy. Turn left heading 360. Turn left heading 360. November 325 Sierra Quebec Heavy. November 1 Lima 5 Romeo 3 X-ray. Turn left heading 070. Qantas Link 1514 is 5 nautical miles west of Canberra at 16,600 feet. Requesting aisles approach runway 25 at Sydney Kingsford. Qantas Link 1514. Expect vectors for the aisles approach runway 34 right at Sydney Kingsford. Roger. Qantas Link 1514. Qantas Link 1514. Turn left heading 050. Descend and maintain 15,000. Turn left heading 050. Descend and maintain 15,000. Qantas Link 1514. Richmond, NSW. Tower, India Foxtrot Sierra Mike is 13 nautical miles to the southeast at 5,500 feet. Inbound for landing. India Foxtrot Sierra Mike. Enter left base runway 28. Number 3. Traffic to follow is on final. Enter left base. Runway 28. Behind the traffic on final. India Foxtrot Sierra Mike. Richmond, NSW. Tower, Quebec Foxtrot 0098. Inbound on the ILS for touch and go. Runway 28. India Foxtrot Sierra Mike. Correction. Stand by. Quebec Foxtrot 0098. Enter left base runway 28. Number 2. Traffic to follow is on final. Stand by. India Foxtrot Sierra Mike. Indonesia 153 Heavy. When able turn right and contact ground. Please expedite. Traffic on final. Enter left base. Runway 28. Behind the traffic on final. Quebec Foxtrot 0098. India Foxtrot Sierra Mike. Enter left downwind runway 28. Number 3. Traffic to follow is on left base. Richmond, NSW. Tower, Bravo Alpha 039. Ready for takeoff at runway 28. Departing south. Roger. Indonesia 153 Heavy. Bravo Alpha 039. Hold short of runway 28. Enter left downwind. Runway 28. Behind the traffic on left base. India Foxtrot Sierra Mike. Holding short runway 28. Bravo Alpha 039. Quebec Foxtrot 0098. Number 2. Runway 28. Cleared for the auction. After the auction, make right traffic. Number 2. Cleared for the auction. Runway 28. Quebec Foxtrot 0098. Quebec Tango Romeo 247. Contact Sydney approach on 124.4. Contacting Sydney approach on 124.4. Quebec Tango Romeo 247. India Foxtrot Sierra Mike. Maintain slowest practical speed. Maintain slowest practical speed. India Foxtrot Sierra Mike. Bravo Alpha 039. Line up and wait runway 28. Line up and wait runway 28. Bravo Alpha 039. November 916 Charlie Echo. When able turn right. Contact ground on the taxiway. Roger. November 916 Charlie Echo. India Foxtrot Sierra Mike. Number 2. Runway 28. Cleared to land. Number 2. Cleared to land. Runway 28. India Foxtrot Sierra Mike. Richmond, NSW, Tower, Virgin 69 Heavy, ready for takeoff at runway 28, departing straight out. November 916 Charlie Echo, when able turn right and contact ground, please expedite. Virgin 69 Heavy, hold short of runway 28. Holding short runway 28, Virgin 69 Heavy, Bravo Alpha 039, runway 28. Cleared for takeoff. Cleared for takeoff. Runway 28. Bravo Alpha 039. Virgin 69 Heavy. Line up and wait runway 28. Bravo Alpha 039. Request frequency change. Bravo Alpha 039. Contact Sydney approach on 124.4. Contacting Sydney approach on 124.4. Bravo Alpha 039. Richmond, NSW, Tower, Qantas Link 7, ready for takeoff at runway 28, departing north. Richmond, NSW, Tower, India Foxtrot Sierra Mike, inbound on the ILS for touch and go, runway 28. Qantas Link 7, runway 28, cleared for immediate takeoff. Cleared for takeoff, runway 28, Qantas Link 7, India Foxtrot Sierra Mike, you're already cleared to land, avoid unnecessary reports. I'm sorry, India Foxtrot Sierra Mike. Richmond, NSW, Tower, November 916 Charlie Echo, ready for takeoff at runway 28, remaining in the pattern. November 916 Charlie Echo, line up and wait runway 28. Line up and wait runway 28. November 916 Charlie Echo. November 916 Charlie Echo, runway 28, cleared for immediate takeoff, make left traffic. Cleared for takeoff, runway 28. November 916 Charlie Echo. Qantas Link 7. Frequency change approved. Good day. Frequency change approved. Qantas Link 7. Good day.
1,000.
India Foxtrot Sierra Mike. You're in an active airspace.
400.
Please contact Richmond, NSW. Tower on 133.05.
300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Qantas 15 Heavy, number 1, runway 35, clear to land. Canberra Tower, India Foxtrot Sierra Mike is 22 nautical miles to the southeast at 7,500 feet, inbound for landing. Number 1, clear to land, runway 35, Qantas 15 Heavy. November 172 Mike Delta, runway 35, cleared for immediate takeoff. Cleared for takeoff, runway 35, November 172 Mike Delta. Qantas 3675 flight of 2, requesting change to runway 30. India Foxtrot Sierra Mike, enter right base runway 35. Enter right base runway 35, India Foxtrot Sierra Mike. Qantas 3675 flight of 2, enter right downwind runway 35, number 2, traffic to follow is on right base. Qantas 3675 flight of 2, requesting change to runway 30. India Foxtrot Sierra Mike, number 2, traffic to follow is on final. Number 2, traffic to follow is on final, India Foxtrot Sierra Mike. Qantas 3675 flight of 2, please follow instructions. Chinook 589, frequency change approved, good day. Qantas 3675 flight of 2, requesting change to runway 30. Frequency change approved. Chinook 589, good day. Qantas 3675 flight of 2, avoid sending duplicate messages. Qantas 3675 flight of 2, please follow instructions. I'm sorry, Qantas 3675 flight of 2. November 172 Mike Delta, frequency change approved, good day. Frequency change approved. November 172 Mike Delta, good day. Qantas 15 Heavy, exit runway when able, contact ground on the taxiway. Roger, Qantas 15 Heavy. Corporate 819 Super, is on right downwind runway 35. Corporate 819 Super, roger. Canberra Tower, Singapore 88, ready for takeoff at runway 35, departing straight out. Thank you, Corporate 819 Super. Singapore 88, runway 35, cleared for takeoff. Cleared for takeoff, runway 35, Singapore 88. Qantas 3675 flight of 2, stand by. Canberra Tower, November 704 Charlie November, ready for takeoff at runway 35, departing straight out. November 704 Charlie November, line up and wait runway 35. Line up and wait runway 35, November 704 Charlie November. Singapore 88. Frequency change approved. Good day. Frequency change approved Singapore 88. Good day. November 704 Charlie November, runway 35, cleared for takeoff. Cleared for takeoff, runway 35, November 704 Charlie November. Canberra Tower, Delta 69 Heavy is 25 nautical miles to the southeast at 4,800 feet, requesting transition. Canberra Tower, Etihad 05 Heavy, ready for takeoff at runway 35, departing east. Delta 69 Heavy, please check help pages for assistance using ATC instructions. Canberra Tower, Delta 69 Heavy is 24 nautical miles to the southeast at 4,300 feet, inbound for landing. Etihad 05 Heavy, runway 35, cleared for takeoff. Cleared for takeoff, runway 35, Etihad 05 Heavy. India Foxtrot Sierra Mike, number 1, runway 35, cleared to land. Number 1, cleared to land, runway 35, India Foxtrot Sierra Mike. November 704 Charlie November, frequency change approved, good day. Frequency change approved November 704 Charlie November, good day. Canberra Tower, Cactus 09, ready for takeoff at runway 35, remaining in the pattern. Canberra Tower, Emirates 777, ready for takeoff at runway 30, departing straight out. Cactus 09, line up and wait runway 35. Line up and wait runway 35, Cactus 09. Emirates 777, line up and wait runway 30. Line up and wait runway 30, Emirates 777. Canberra Tower, Delta 69 Heavy is 20 nautical miles to the southeast at 4,000 feet, inbound for landing. Delta 69 Heavy, enter right base runway 35, number 3, traffic to follow is on right base. Enter right base, runway 35, behind the traffic on right base, Delta 69 Heavy, Cactus 09, runway 35, cleared for takeoff, make right traffic, cleared for takeoff, runway 35, Cactus 09, Etihad 05 Heavy, frequency change approved, good day. Frequency change approved Etihad 05 Heavy, good day. Emirates 777, runway 30, cleared for takeoff. Cleared for takeoff. Runway 30, Emirates 777. Corporate 819 Super, number 2, runway 35, cleared to land. Number 2, cleared to land, runway 35, Corporate 819 Super. Stand by, Corporate 819 Super. Thank you, Corporate 819 Super. Cactus 09, enter right downwind runway 35, number 4, traffic to follow is on right base. Corporate 819 Super, you're welcome. Enter right downwind, runway 35, behind the traffic on right base, Cactus 09.
500. 400.
Emirates 777, frequency change approved. Good day. Frequency change approved.
300.
Emirates 777, good day. Canberra Tower, November 919 Tango Kilo, ready for takeoff at runway 35, departing north.
200.
November 919 Tango Kilo, hold. Roger, India Foxtrot Sierra Mike. Delta 69 Heavy, number 2, runway 35, cleared to land. Number 2, cleared to land, runway 35, Delta 69 Heavy. Canberra Tower, Delta 1946 Heavy, ready for takeoff at runway 35, departing east. Delta 1946 Heavy, runway 35, cleared for immediate takeoff. Cleared for takeoff, runway 35, Delta 1946 Heavy.